All right, and welcome. I am here live in the movie library, and hopefully some of you guys are going to join me tonight if you're not out having a awesome Friday night partying time, which I totally would not blame you if you were. However, I don't have much of a life, so I am right here in the movie library in between a whole movie binge, watching a bunch of movies and stuff. Actually, not just movies today though. I wanted to go back and I wanted to watch some like actual quality television. So, what I consider quality television anyway. I went back and I rewatched the miniseries of the revamped Battlestar Galactica. You know, the one with with Trish Helfer and everybody. Forgot how good that was. Damn, really, so good. Anyway, today we are talking about a few things. There was Arrow announcements today. There was a planned flash sale that went awry. There is a sale that's going on that nobody seems to be talking about. So, and there is a little white box set that could. So there's quite a few things that we can talk about and we can dive into today. There is news from Arrow Video. There is news from Umbrella Entertainment. There's news from Vinegar Syndrome, and there is news sort of from Eureka Entertainment. Oh boy. All right, so here we go. We'll start out with the Arrow announcements first. Arrow stated they were going to be making some big announcements today. And I'll be honest with you, one of them I think everybody absolutely 110% knew was coming. See, at this point, this is the only RoboCop that I got. I got this actually when I traded in some old DVDs and Blu-rays at a pawn shop, and somebody had brought this one in brand new, and it's one of the ones that I took because I just wanted to watch the films, and it's fun for if you want like a kind of a no features type of thing for that. So, is RoboCop intriguing for me? Yes, that's one of the announcements from Arrow Video is that they're doing a big set limited edition of RoboCop, and they're also doing a steelbook of RoboCop. I guess if any movie ever out there kind of deserves to have the steelbook, it's kind of RoboCop. It's kind of what you expect. But that being said, you kind of want the limited edition. I did not see the message you sent me. Which way? Is it on Instagram? Because I'm horrible at getting my Instagram messages. I do apologize because sometimes it takes me a while. Hayden Christensen? I don't know, dude. I like him as an actor, but maybe with good writing. Let's face it. He's a good actor, but the writing in the Star Wars films that he was in was pretty bad. But so yeah, watch him in Glass. I think it was it Glass Houses. There's really good. Actually, true story. But it'll be interesting to see how we would do under that umbrella. I thought he retired though. Like he kind of like took some time off anyway. But it'll be intriguing to see if he does it. But what do you think the Arrow announcements, guys? What do you guys think? So I'm going to bring them up here. And just so you know, when I'm looking for my announcements, I go to Dawn of the Discs. Oh, he was actually really good at that. Dawn of the Discs is a really good, they've got like an Instagram page, they've got like a Facebook page. And if you want to find out like stuff that's coming out, like definitely, oh, hey, Michelle. Sorry, the things are coming up on the screen really kind of low, and I can't put it up yet because I gotta see what the announcements are. Hey, Kobe. Michelle, you are impossible to ignore. Look at me charming a bit. There we go. Hey, with Charles. Yeah, Down the Disc is fantastic. I mean, if you want to find out what's coming out, check out Down the Disc. If you want, once those movies are coming out there and you want to find out whether you want to buy them or not, listen to just this podcast. Either way, you get your disconnection, all right? Okay, so announcements was the Steelbook and the limited edition. Hey, Mug. There is the Fear and Loathing set, which looks pretty good. My better half is actually a huge fan of Fear and Loathing, and as you guys know by now, I have quite the connection to this film in general because, well, I like. Let's see if I can get up here. Hold on. I do apologize. I'm having some issues with getting this stuff to come up. With this film. My better half has been a huge fan of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. She was always kind of into that one. That's one of the ones that we actually kind of both liked. It's a very trippy film. Very cool. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It looks like a really good set that's coming out anyway. Also coming out is a Hitchhike to Hell, which kind of pissed me off, and I'll tell you why. Hey, Retro. Oh, the Bab set is gonna be sweet. If you don't already have them, that's gonna be the killer part. It's like so many people are gonna have a lot of those already, but that book kind of makes it, kind of makes it a must have. So Hitchhike to Hell, and I don't know what this is. I don't remember this film, but you know what? I've been wanting for the last year. Arrow's been teasing the Hitcher, right? They've been, oh, there's a Hitcher, the book coming out, and there's, oh, the Hitcher's gonna be on our thing, but still they have yet to put out the Hitcher. So to see when I saw these announcements and I started to see the word hitchhike, I was like, yes, this is the Hitcher. This is totally the Hitcher. It is not the Hitcher. Stop messing with me, Arrow. Stop doing this to me. It's a shame. It's a sad thing. And last but not least is Apprentice to Murder, and and Flowers in the Attic, which are going to be done in like or I guess U.S. releases. Meanwhile, since I'm on this anyway, Second Sight announced a limited edition, kind of cool box set of the excellent Lee Winnell film Upgrade, which I really recommend. If you have not seen it, definitely check it out. It's a really good movie, and it's a horror. It's kind of horror Venom. It's what it is. And then Kino announced that Winter Kills was coming out, and that's Jeff Bridges' film that I kind of remember. It's kind of like a spy type of, basically one of those second shooter films type of thing. Like an assassination happened years ago, and there could be a second shooter, kind of like on the whole Kennedy style thing. By Second Sight was The Amazing Mr. Blunden, and whatever the Godfathers of Hardcore is, but looks interesting. And this, which you can't see because it's all white and it's my phone. Okay, so I'm gonna trying to see that. Can you kind of see that now? Kinda, yeah, a little bit, maybe. So this, just a white box. Now I'm gonna open up my thing because I did miss a lot of your comments. I apologize, Michelle. And so Vinegar Syndrome said the box set is coming. They're announcing it on September the 13th. So that is the date for the box set announcement for Vinegar Syndrome. So if you're excited about finding out what that is, obviously we are going to be talking about the that robot movie that I had. I can't remember which one. You'd have to be a little more specific on that. I got a lot of robot movies. I got a better half that is a enormous science fiction fan. So yeah. Oh, welcome. Hammer Sand. Oh, are you a Hammer fan? I can't talk Hammer too much right now or Michelle will run away. But I have to convert it to Hammer so that she can actually be into the cult. Oh, RoboCop. That's the RoboCop trilogy. It's a Canadian edition. This is one they put out here in Canada. It's the first three films. Very inexpensive, like no features or anything like that. My dad, Cool Blue, always teases me about the fact that I have like these huge cups for tea, and shockingly enough, dude, you gotta see RoboCop. It's got 3 movies and a TV series and a cartoon. You must have seen RoboCop. This is one of my smaller cups. I have much bigger ones, ones that I got from Spencer's or places like that. So I do. Oh, dude, you got Scum? I've been like going back and forth on that one. I kind of want it, and I know I can't pick it up quite yet because I'm getting ready for like the Halloween stuff. I'm hoping it's not going to sell out before I get it. Be a shame. But but it is a release that I'm interested in. I love the way that Indicator's been doing stuff like that. I've missed out on the last movie that when it came out, but I'm going to guess you're joking, Ghostbuster man, because RoboCop is one of the biggest science fiction movies of all time. So I kind of think you're pulling my leg on that one. But but yeah, Scum is one that I definitely want. So what are you going to get? The steelbook or the limited edition set? Because it's RoboCop, right? So you kind of want the steelbook, but you kind of want all the stuff that the limited edition set has. This happened to me once before. Hey, and ready? Oh, dude, welcome. I actually kind of shouted you out in my last video for the really good like out and abouts that you do. You're gonna get all three. Yeah, I can't. My better half would kill me. But I don't know. Last time around this happened, Arrow Video put out Demons and Demons 2, like separately, right? And the there was an exclusive comic book on the. Oh, you deserve it, man. You really do. I look forward to when Halloween time comes around. I surf your channel to see, and I do have like a bit of a scoop for you guys for Dollarama. And there's the things that they had an exclusive comic book if you bought it, right? And it was kind of like a Demons 3, right? Oh, dude, definitely check it out. Peter Weller is amazing in RoboCop, and it's one of the bloodiest movies you're going to see, but in a good way, like not in a overly gross, in a, in a good way. Lost my thought for a second. So anyway, so I ended up going with the Demons Steelbook, and it had Demons 1 and Demons 2, both together. But unfortunately, that sacrificed the comic book, and I don't think any other Demons releases that are out now still have the comic book with them. But now I got to go again. I mean, I kind of want the Steelbook because it's RoboCop, and he is this big like steel, chrome character. Oh, then you're gonna love it. But there's all that limited edition looks so sexy, and it's got all that stuff with it. So I think at the end of the day, I gotta go with the limited edition. I'm not that huge of a steelbook fan that I gotta go out and grab steelbooks. Like I won't buy a movie just in a steelbook over again, just because it's a steelbook. Like I know there's a lot of people that actually. Good friend of mine, Movie Cave Dave, for instance. He's a steelbook guy. Like he's really into steel. Oh, Boku Banzai is awesome. One of my favorites, and was such a good movie, but it didn't do well because it is such a hard movie to promote. And as a guy that is heavily into public relations, I can kind of get what the nightmare of like a Boku Banzai or a film like that must have been because they must have been extremely hard to promote. And the Thing's limited edition, it's one of the sexiest, it's one of the best box sets I got from any company. Like it just looks so good, and the artwork on the Thing is amazing. I was blown away when I got that. Hey Andy, welcome. So yesterday, for the people that weren't here, I gotta run upstairs for a second because yesterday I picked up a few from Dollarama. Now, if you're in the U.S. or in the U.K., Dollarama is here in Canada, and over there it will be Dollar General or Poundland. So something similar to that. So that was Dollarama. And every year around Halloween time, usually earlier each year, they start to put out their horror movie releases. I'm so caffeinated tonight, guys. So they put out their horror releases around a week or so ago, a week and a half ago. I didn't know it. Actually, Enready, I think was you that told me that the releases were out. I went there and I looked, but I looked in the wrong place. I made the rookie mistake of looking where the movies are. It was only by walking through Dollarama yesterday and going all the way through and going through. I went through the Halloween section. I didn't see it there, but then I noticed there was another Halloween section, a couple aisles up, that I hadn't noticed that had been there the day before. And I spoke to one of the workers there, and they said, "Yeah." I said, "We got this in around a week or so ago, and a lot of stuff is gone." So I was surprised that there was that much stuff there, and there are still a couple releases that I want to pick up. Now, all the Blu-ray stuff was gone. The only thing they had left was DVD, but it was some decent DVD stuff, and one that I'm really, really proud about. Actually, what there's a I watch a guy called Zanzirak Chronicles. He's a big Doctor Who fan like I am, and he's got a much bigger channel than me. So I actually did this. I kind of like tweeted out some information about one of the films there, and he retweeted it, which I was like super excited about. Actually, I kind of geeked out about that. Anyway, let me get what I got. We'll talk about the Arrow stuff a bit more. Then we'll talk about the Umbrella Entertainment sale as well. Umbrella Entertainment has a sale going on right now. We'll talk about Eureka Entertainment and what happened there, and we'll also I got a few more things I want to talk about. But there's kind of especially live in Canada and ready. This one was be good for you if you don't have it picked up yet, because a bit of a cool thing happened. I'll be right back. And one person left us. All right. So I picked up 4 things from the Dollarama. I'm not sure if you're there, if you've picked up anything yet. One was kind of a little bit of a hidden gem. So, ready for this? And then we'll go back to the other stuff. So first off, I picked up this regional horror, kind of micro, low budgeted kind of, I guess, haven't seen it, but it seemed kind of like the Z-grade horror type stuff that I personally usually fall in love with. And that is a movie called Surviving, which is kind of a murder mystery slasher type of film. Has anybody seen this or ever heard of it? Got some cute girls. Oh, this is not hidden gem, but you'll see in a second. So yeah, I think cheesy fun, not exactly the big one, but the big one's coming last. But just in case the hidden gem is coming last. And next up is Ghost Story: The Turn of the Screw, and I'm a huge fan of Henry James, and this one, is one of the many adaptations of that. Actor-wise, we got Michelle Dockery, Susan Johnston, Dan Stevens from, of course, from The Guest, Mark Umbers, and of course Nicola Walker, who I'm a huge fan of. So that's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to leave the really cool one for last. This is the nutty one I got that I had to pick up because it was one of those WTF moments where I had something better picked up. I was going to pick up Takashi Miike's Yakuza Apocalypse, which was there. And I'm going to still pick that up probably like next week. Oh, it was $2.50 actually. Everything I bought here was like $2.50. So it was like $10 altogether. So because I got 4 releases. Anyway, so I picked up Dead 7. So think of the Magnificent Seven with zombies. And instead of having like really cool, good actors, having pop stars. I'm going to let that sink in for a second. Because apparently it has actors from Luckily Zone. I would not pay $7 for this one. It has people from Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, 98 Degrees, and O-Town. I honestly only know like a couple of those groups, to be completely honest with you. I'm older, and they just weren't in my ballpark. But here's some of the actors that maybe you guys know who they are. Nick Carter, Jeffrey Timmons, Joey Fatone. I think he was in Backstreet Boys. I'm not sure. Howie Doro, Eric Michael Estrada. Is he related to Eric Estrada? Carrie Keegan, Lauren Kit Carter. Is she related to Nick Carter? A.J. McLean, Deborah Wilson, John Cicada. I think I've heard that name before. Anyway, a bunch of like pop actors in a film. Now the hidden gem, the buy. The one that surprised me. So one of the movies that has eluded me that I do have to pick up is a is a movie from Criterion called Night of the Living Dead. So, but I wanted to watch Night of the Living Dead during October, and I didn't want to pick up the Criterion one just yet. Couldn't afford it. Didn't have the bones for it. So I picked up this, and I said, this could be an okay release. You know, it'll be a low budget one. Then I noticed it was from Dimension, and I said, okay, quality then is probably going to be a bit better. And I've been told earlier on, and I can't remember who said this to me. I haven't got to it yet because I was so exhausted yesterday. I'm like, I know we were talking about it, that I went upstairs and I just passed out for a bit. And when I got back up, I had to go do like the litter and like so, and get the garbage stuff out. But yeah, this documentary and ready. So you know about this one then. So yeah, this has an 84-minute documentary on Night of the Living Dead. An 84-minute documentary that is not on the Criterion release, called One for the Fire, which is supposed to be, and I'm guessing everybody's already seen it, a really, really good documentary on George Romero's Night of the Living Dead. So I'm really stoked, and I'm super excited to kind of to check this out. This was done back in 2008, right? This that came out somewhere around there. Yeah, so I'm not sure why Criterion didn't, or maybe they just didn't have the rights to it, or the company that did it. But I think it might have been like Red Letter Media or somebody like that, Richard Pictures. One of those guys, I think, was behind this documentary. So, needless to say, there was actually like a really good team behind the making of the documentary, behind making the documentary. So, will I still buy the Criterion release? Of course I will, for the Criterion Blu-ray. But this has the 2 audio commentaries that are on the Criterion release. It has the last interview with Dwayne Jones that's on the Criterion release. It has the Q&A with George Romero that's on the Criterion release. It has an 84-minute documentary that's supposed to be incredible that's not on the Criterion release. I paid $2.50 for this. When you're looking for it, there's actually 2 kind of with this cover, and you just not by well, I guess bloody by 60 standards, but not by today's standards, I don't think. Look for this here, because apparently there's one that doesn't have anything on it, and that that like written name is missing. I didn't know that, but I found that out by looking online. But I was like super excited to find out that this documentary. I gotta watch this documentary. I was gonna watch it last night. I was so exhausted. I was like going to sleep, waking up. Oh, it was garbage day this morning, so I had to get garbage out last night. I was getting everything done. My better half comes back tomorrow morning. She's flying back since we're carless for 3 weeks. But I will gladly be carless, knowing that she's come back okay. But there you go, guys. The 4 releases I got, and even if you've already got the Criterion release of Night of the Living Dead, if you can pick this up for like a couple bucks, it's garbage day. If you can pick this up for a couple bucks, definitely do so. I mean, like even for like $5 or $10 for the documentary alone, you're getting an 84-minute. That's a feature-length documentary on here. You know, take it, put it in with the Criterion, or put somewhere. Make it your kind of your bonus. Give yourself the ultimate Night of the Living Dead, because I got that documentary. I've got like this documentary that was done in England that I bought from Zavi. Binday, you're right, right? Speaking of kids, my youngest, who is going in for his second year in geography, actually got a job today too, because he was working at this restaurant place, and had some issues with some of the got hurt his hand. Luckily it's good now, but got the job, like a part-time job. Well, because you can't take full-time, it's in university, in kind of the coolest place for a geography student that you can possibly imagine. So he's working at a map store. I'm not joking. I couldn't make this up. So my youngest is working is going to be starts next week working at a map store. So he went to school and basically to start in linguistics, and ended up having like being really good at geographical studies, and switched over to geography, and now is going in to do his second year in geography, and is working at a map store as well. So congratulations, Wes, on that. And my oldest Mimi is actually doing extremely well as well. So there's an update on the kids stuff for you. So does the garbage day thing work for you in in Silent Night, Deadly Night 2? Or did you like kind of just switch it over? Is there like kind of like this dubbing all of a sudden when it comes to that scene, and when the guy comes out with the garbage can, and you got maybe like, I'm gonna do my horrible British voice now, and it said where the garbage day thing comes, somebody comes and says bin day, like like kind of like in some kind of like those old kind of like Italian movies when they do the dubbing. Okay, anyway, that was silly, but I just thought of that. I thought it was cool. So the second one thing I wanted to talk about was Eureka Entertainment. They announced a big flash sale on their page. Like, it looks really, really good. I was excited. I was thinking, oh, damn, I can't get on this flash sale. Why does it have to be now? It's not now. Why is it not now? Because their website majorly crashed. I mean, oh really? Congratulations. Tell her that's awesome. Because, I love those cheesy Tremors films. I really do. Get her to get you like a picture or like a autograph or something like that. Or dude, work your connections. Get into a background scene somewhere. But yeah, Eureka's website went down like big time. I'm not like laughing at that. I mean, like it's a shame, because a lot of people were getting really excited about the sale, and I actually went to their, and it was just a white page with some like code. So I'm guessing there must have been some coding errors when they were trying to get the sale put up on the page. So the sale is still happening. So keep an eye on Eureka's Facebook page and on their Twitter, and they'll announce like when the sale is going to happen. Obviously, it can't happen right now. It looks like when they were putting up the maybe like a line of code somewhere that just got mixed up, or it could be like something really simple. Broadband bill. I don't know. So that was like, sadly, that's out of the way. Now, your Umbrella Entertainment, however, they do have a sale on right now. So if you like Umbrella Entertainment and you like their stuff, there's actually a couple things that they're putting out at the moment. So I'm gonna just take that down for a second, so I can't see your comps. I'm going to look up right here. And I'm going to go to Umbrella Entertainment's website, and I'm going to see like what exactly is going on. The actually, I can check. I can check for you. I own it. I own the 7 release of All the Colors of the Dark. I wonder if it's on there. I'll go look in a second. Actually, I got it upstairs because I got it in my case. But I kind of think it does. But let me be sure. Wait a minute. Italian language? Do you mean like? Is it like with subtitles? So yeah, I'm gonna go grab it. I've been pushing a lot of the Severance stuff lately because I do think that they're not getting noticed in the way that they should, and I'm going to do the same for 88 Films actually in a video coming up soon. But I'm pretty sure it has the Italian audio. Let me go find out for you. I did check the back of the case, and it does state right on the back, and I'll let you see it so you know. I'll make sure there's no nudity there. Right, so right here in the bottom, it does state it has like it's got mono English. It also has Italian with optional English subtitles. So yes, if you get this, you will get the Italian audio as well. And I think if it's still available, you'll also get the soundtrack too, which is also pretty awesome. And it'll give you the like the whole like what's on the soundtrack there. But yeah, it has the Italian audio. I thought it did because I watched it, and I watch movies normally unless I'm doing a review, and I've already seen the movie before and I'm taking notes. Then I normally watch like giallos in their original Italian. That's why I get upset when I find out like a company like Code Red or someone gets it, because they don't normally take the extra effort to put in the Italian audio. They just put in the dubbed version. And then they make some excuse about saying, we wanted to make sure the color correction was right. Can you do both? But yeah, no, but definitely, if you like to hear it in its original Italian, you're in luck. It's a good release. So hopefully that helped out. Apologize it took me so long to grab it. And let's see if this sale is still on. So yeah, so there are some $5 Blu-rays, some $10 Blu-rays, some $3 and $5 DVDs as well. I'm going to go over the $5 Blu-rays really quick because only like a very small amount of them. So what we got here, this is from Umbrella Entertainment, by the way. Right now, there is Jean de Florette, Last Passenger, Transporters Season 1, You Meet a Tall Dark Stranger, not exactly my type, but maybe somebody's. The Poaquatsi, I hope I got that right. Barbed Wire, I actually would pick that up. In Fear, Citadel, The Lookout, Dolph Lundgren's The Last Warrior. No problem, anytime, dude. Anytime you have questions like that, feel free to ask. So not a lot there in the $5 stuff, not in my opinion anyway. But it gets a bit better in the $10 stuff. I missed your comment, but I'll see it in a second. So there's some cool, like some Western stuff. There's Duel at Silver Creek. Here there is Guns of August, Punisher on, which I think is Blu-ray. Yeah, of course Blu-ray. Otherwise these are $10 Blu-rays. Man from Hong Kong, which is one I do recommend. If you don't have the Man from Hong Kong, it's got like 5 extra bonus movies on it. I mentioned it on a video previously, I think with my dad. and so that one's there. Equalizer season 3, kind of randomly. Double feature of Mickey Explains Mike Hammer with Stacy Keach is on there. The Tall T, actually, a Blu-ray, the Australian edition of that. They got The Blob and Son of the Blob as a double feature for $10. And they've got like the new Blob on here for $10 as well. Rats of Tobruk, Monsters Go Home. So there's a few different, like, Devil's Rejects, Cowboy Bebop, the movie. And it goes on to a second page, which I'm not going to get too much into. But anyway, umbrellaent.com.au, and you can check them out yourself there and see. They've even got like stuff like BMX Bandits and a double feature of a boy named Charlie Brown and Snoopy Come Home on there as well. No, I gotta get your comments because I'm missing out here, guys. I do apologize. Come on. There we go. Love Barbara. Yeah, oh, Andy Phantom there, too. Didn't even realize you were there, man. Oh, have a great night there, and ready. Enjoy your Friday. Son of the Blob was made by Larry Hagman from Dallas and I Dream of Jeannie. So if you've never seen it, it's actually a really fun, cheesy, bad movie that is largely improvised with its script. It's script like they pretty much throw the script out for as it comes to like the writing of it and it's highly improvised and has a great cast too, including people like Garrett Graham and Burgess Meredith that's showing up there along with Larry Hagman, of course, doing like a cameo himself within the film. So if you wanted to get like a $10 Blu-ray that had The Blob and Son of the Blob on it, Umbrella Entertainment, definitely you can grab it there. They also have the 1988 version, which is coming from Scream Factory, which I'm guessing is going to have some really cool features on it. But if you don't have it, you want to get a kind of like a cheap edition of it. Like, I'm not sure about where you live, but you see, a bit. I mean, it's you don't see a Blob lot in the original Blob either when you really think about it. But it's done well. But it's a way lower budget than the Blob is. You got to understand. It's like it's kind of like before he did Dallas, after he did I Dream of Jeannie, I think. So it was kind of like an in-between spot. Basically, somebody had the rights to it, and they kind of got Larry Hagman to kind of wrangle him in to do it. And he said, "Okay, I'll do it if I can direct it," type of thing. And it happened. It's a fun film. Like, it's definitely one to watch out for because it does have this kind of like, it's got this kind of, as a guy that studied acting, it's got this kind of raw, kind of like improvisational aspect to it that I think that you can actually, that does come off like really weird and odd at times, but you can actually get like a you get kind of you get a feel whenever you watch a movie and it has like these improv scenes, especially when it's in like in a scripted film. Sometimes it can seem either kind of like almost kind of weird or out of place or kind of like surreal or almost too oddly real, or it's hard to explain. In 8 Million Ways to Die, there's some sequences like that, and in Son of the Blob, there's a lot of sequences like that. But yeah, Umbrella Entertainment has it's not a big sale, so it doesn't have a lot of their big releases like their road games or stuff or fair game, but it does have, of course, The Incredible Man from Hong Kong, which I do recommend people pick up if they don't have it. I don't have it myself. I can't do this sale, but hopefully it'll go on sale again. And for like $10, and that's $10 Australian money. And Australian money actually is good for me because it's usually fairly on par. We're usually a little bit above Australia when it comes to the dollar, which is good for me. Because normally everywhere else it's cost me more, so I save a couple cents on the dollar in Australia. Well, Michelle, welcome back. Well, we stopped the video totally because we missed you so much. No, though I did miss you. Well, Umbrella Entertainment is having a flash sale right now. It's just a few titles, but it might have some stuff that you might be interested in. They've got some $5 and $10 Blu-rays and some $3 and $5 DVDs that are on sale. If you're into the exploitation stuff, I recommend Man from Hong Kong, which is really cool, and it's kind of like a, I guess, karate kung fu type of type of film. Hey, Tennessee Popster, welcome, dude. And at the same time, it's got like a bunch of bonus features from That's Exploitation, stuff like that. No, money's not confusing here. It's not at all. It's fun. But it'll be what's the word I'm looking for? There's 5 extra movies on it, so that's a pretty big bonus. There's a documentary and 5 extra movies on it. So, and it's $10 right now. Also, Body Melt's $5. Yeah, Tennessee Pops. So there you go. Umbrella's Body Melt's $5. They put out Body Melt as well. And I just mentioned The Blob and Son of the Blob, which were done as a double feature on Umbrella Entertainment, and that's being put out for $10. And the 1988 version of The Blob is also there for $10. So not all their titles aren't on sale, but you just go there and you go to the deals section and you see like a bunch of titles. Just go through the different sections. Some have more than others. I worked at a bank. Money was fun for me. Hence the long conversation I had with somebody a while back when they were going through a sale and like the card thing wasn't going through, which is something I used to deal a lot with. My daughter, she works at a bank, and I think I kind of see her going towards the fraud section because it's kind of her skill when it comes to that. She's good at picking up and stuff like that. Good question. I don't really know. I wish I had my computer down here tonight, but it would take too long for me to go get that one. Let me check for you. I'll see what I can find out. So let us look for The Blob. Oh, Firewalker's on sale there too. Teenage Ninja Turtles 1 and 2, the originals. Ooh, I kind of like that. Sorry, I'm a big geek for the Turtles. It's kind of been like one of my long-time loves. I'm not gonna lie to you. So we'll look at the double feature. I don't think there's gonna be anything on double feature because it's gonna be kind of like, oh, whoa, okay, yes. So extra features on the Blob. There's an audio commentary with producer Jack H. Harris and film historian Bruce, not going to pronounce his last name. And there's an audio commentary with Irvin S. Eworth and actor Robert Fields for Son of the Blob. So there's audio commentaries for each of the films. On the remake, I'll check that one for you as well, by the way, just so you guys can know. I should have brought it to my computer. I'm sorry, guys. I really should have thought ahead. But there doesn't look to be any features on. It just says TBC. But so there doesn't really show any features on the Umbrella Entertainment one. Which I'm just trying to see if I can find anything out for you. And again, I do apologize. I should have been more. What's the word? I should have been more ready. So it looks like, from what I can see, I checked out another site, and there looks to be Directing the Blob interview featurette with Chuck Russell, and the original theatrical trailer looks like what's on the Blob. Watch Weird Science. I love Weird Science. I haven't seen it in years though. It's such a cool release. Also, keep an eye out for Eureka. I do kind of feel bad for them. The website kind of crashed on them just as they're about to do a big sale, but they have a big sale coming up, so it's going to be a big 48-hour flash sale, and we can all be ready for it now. Okay, this is driving me up the wall. I'm trying to get a tissue out here, but wasn't working. So I'm making my Instagram video or Twitter video to announce that I'm coming on here. Dude, never say bad stuff about Doctor Who. You know that's my favorite. That's my jam. Nothing really. I mean, like, I can't say that I make her suffer through things. Like literally things. Remember that? Things. Yeah, I watched that with her, And I watched Neil Masker with her. So she is a saint to put up with that type of stuff. The most I've got to watch are some like clothing haul videos that she watches, which is okay because actually they're pretty entertaining, like the people that do them. I can watch anything as long as the person that's hosting it is like is 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 entertaining. Jeff Bridges. Well, there's a new one coming out. Well, not new one, but there's like Kino just announced one. So right now, Tommy Umbrella Entertainment is having a flash sale at this moment. So definitely check that out. There's a few really cool releases coming from there. Neil Masker's fun. It's cheesy fun. Like no going in. It's a regional horror film. It's done in Texas. It's super cheesy and it's a lot of laughs. Hey, welcome. So there's the Umbrella sale. Eureka was going to have a sale. Their site crashed. They said they're going to have the sale in the near future. So we'll just keep an eye out. As soon as I know that Eureka's haven't got their sale up, if I'm making, I'm going to try and make a video at that time. We'll go through, we'll talk about Eureka. We'll talk about the sale. I'll try to get my computer down there, especially if there's a lot of titles. I noticed that that Buster Keaton set that they got, that looked like that was going to be on sale, like just from the way that their announcement came. So this sale is still going to happen from Eureka. It's just might be tomorrow or so before that happens. Box indicator sales is incredible. This was their best sale yet, and they made like did very well with it. Oh, nice. Umbrella has some really good stuff. I really don't have enough of their releases. Much like Michelle, I only have a couple Umbrella releases in my collection. I have Fair Game, which I think is a great film. And I love exploitation, like cinema, I really do. And I have Body Double, because at the time Umbrella were the only guys putting a Body Double with features and all this stuff. And Body Double is one of my favorite De Palma films, because love De Palma. I'm a huge fan of like Craig Wasson, and I was completely in love with Deborah Sheldon, like many guys were my age at that time. And I think she still looks utterly gorgeous. Night Living did yeah, they put that out. I forgot they did that. They did the best version of that, actually. Because Night Living did on Blu-ray, I think came out on Twilight Time, but it wasn't the greatest release. That actually the Australian release was better than the than the Twilight Time release, like by far. That's from everything that I've heard. I'll go for it. The thing with me, Indy, right now with Twilight Time, I know they're going to have to reshuffle because unfortunately the guy passed away. Star Trek. There's just there's more depth there. But give Star Wars a few years. But I like them both. But, most people say Star Wars, but just for me personally. Star Wars, there you go. But you know what? I'm going to say something. A lot of people. Doctor Who beats them both, and was around for a lot longer. And there we go. Doctor Who. That's what wins. Doctor Who. You don't watch either? Do you watch Doctor Who, Michelle? Do you watch Doctor Who? Because Tom Baker. Yeah. You sound like you only watched the original Star Trek and not much of it. Did you start with the new series, or did you start with the older stuff with Doctor Who? Michelle, that's it. I'm flying over to your area, and I'm gonna just like get you into all the cool stuff, like just all the cool stuff. I do that with all my friends. I get them on. Oh, I don't fly over. that'd be odd. Yeah, I'd like to have that kind of money. But my friends that are around me, or people that I meet, I get them into things. That's kind of guy I am. Look at the older stuff. The older stuff is good. I mean, like, I'd say Personally, definitely not. Michelle, you're one of my idols. You know your arrow stuff. That's important. But but what was I going to say? Yeah, I'd say start around if you like the kind of like the quirky alien aspect of it, but the gothic horror type stuff. Start with Tom Baker, the Hinchcliffe Holmes era. If you want to go like a little bit kind of like the Avengers type thing, like a more action. By the Avengers, I don't mean like the comic book movie. I mean like Patrick McNee and Dinah Briggs and stuff like that. Then go back to like John Pertwee and start from there. Anyway, I'm not going to get into like a big Doctor Who thing tonight. I'm going to alienate half my audience if I do. So I won't do that tonight. But but yeah, there are some great sales going on right now. The Arrow box set, the Bev, a lot of people have actually been talking have like messaged me recently on on that box set. Now, Michelle, you're the Arrow girl, so we're looking at you right now. Tell us, what do you think about the Bev box? Are you getting the Bev box set? I know that Steph wants it because it's her favorite color, green. What about you? I kind of feel you're going to get it, right? You're going to get that Bava box, that the Bava goodness. You want to have it back there with the other sexy Arrow box sets. That should tell you something. You get another Trekkie. Hey, Adrian, that means you're, you're destined to like Star Trek eventually. What movies are in the Bava box set? Uh, Good question. And you know what? Let's go find out. Because it is a gorgeous, gorgeous freaking set. There's 7 films in the box set. I know that. You need more Fulci? What's your last Fulci that you picked up? Or what don't you have when it comes to Fulci? Because I can give you suggestions. All right, the Macabre. Here you go. The Macabre Visions, the films of Maribava has on it Black Sunday, The Girl Who Knew Too Much was his first giallo. Black Sabbath, Kill Baby Kill, $5 for an August Moon, that as Edwidge Fenech, the Queen of Giallo, much like Michelle is the Queen of Arrow. A Bay of Blood, Barren Blood, Lisa and the Devil, and it will have both versions of it on there. And of course his the last one there, Rabid Dogs, which is a really good one. Not only that though, it will also have a big kind of like I think it's kind of a hardbound book with it as well. And right now it is, I think, 55 pounds. Okay, extra wise. So it's going to have alternate cuts for Black Sunday, The Girl Who Knew Too Much, Black Sabbath, sorry, Bad Blood, Black Barren Blood, Lisa and Devil and Rabid Dogs, of course, commentaries, you know, oh, 9 films. Sorry, guys, that's 9 films. Devil's Daughter, video essay with Kat Ellinger, a bunch of featurettes. There's going to be a collector's souvenir hardcover book featuring writings by Matt Bailey, Alan Jones, Kiera Janice. I actually had a big crush on her. There was a documentary about her, actually. David Carnes, Tim Lucas, Travis Crawford, Glenn Kenny, Adrian Smith, Jay Slater, James Oliver, Stephen Thrower, Peter Blumenstock, Marco J. Carroll, and Helen Mullen, and much more. So that's what we know now that's available. 9 films, a huge kind of like hardcover book. I think much along the lines of what you would see if you picked up the Vincent Price like Gothic Tales, 6 Gothic Tales. And if you didn't, I'm willing to bet you're one of the people that wished you picked up the Vincent Price 6 Gothic Tales because it was insanely incredible. And it's one of the highlights of my collection. You can see it like right there. There's some amazing people in there. Okay, let's do this again. Just about the last season of Twin Peaks. You mean the latest one that came out recently? I haven't actually. I know there's a full set series set coming out, but I've got that. I've already got that big set, the one that came out before. Underrated Fulci recommendations. Underrated Fulci, huh? I don't know if it's underrated now. Lizard in a Woman's Skin, definitely you got to have. Um, it's. I actually mentioned Fulci. Perversion Store. Thank you. Perversion Store is definitely a decent one. Um, Everybody knows New York Ripper. That's not underrated. I'm trying to think of underrated Fulci. I actually showed a couple in a couple videos ago, but I cannot remember for the life of me what they are right now, and I do apologize. I'm going to do a Fulci-centric video recently. Oh no, I know you. Oh, Don't Touch Your Duckling is fantastic. Contraband, I got that one. Shameless put that out, and they put it with this kind of cool cover, or kind of lenticular type cover, where the guys, you see the guy's brains being blown out in kind of a cartoon. Great, by the way. Thank you guys for kind of picking up the slack there when I couldn't think of any Fulci films, which is I'm so ashamed of. Manhattan Baby. Yeah, that's not. You like Manhattan Baby? I mean, I like it. It's not high up there, but I do enjoy it. It's got one of the best covers of any Fulci film. Shock, I guess. Shock. No, yeah. No, I think something else. I'm trying to think. There's a lot of good Fulci out there. That'd be awesome, dude. Yeah, actually, I do have Shudder. I haven't watched it in a little bit. There's a. I watched the last thing I watched. I guess I watched this slasher film. Murder Rock actually is one that I'm looking forward to getting. I don't have it yet. Scorpion Releasing put it out. It's actually fairly inexpensive right now if you want to pick it up. I think on Amazon CA it's like $21. Because they put out Murder Rock and they put out another one at the same time. Shock's Bev. Yeah, that's why that's why I rescinded it. Because I'm like, no, that's not right. Murder Rock is one that I would suggest. It's a fun one. No, you're not getting like classic Fulci with Murder Rock, but it's a fun little film. But there's a lot. Fulci did so many films, guys. Like an insane amount of films. There you go, Psychic, otherwise known as Seven Notes in Black, so something like that. It's Jennifer O'Neill, actually, Canadian actress. Oh, you're Batman. Have a good evening, dude. I would rank the Star Wars trilogy. Oh well, Empire Strikes Back is the top for me. Then Star Wars, then Return of the Jedi. Fourth through Pop Massacre Time is actually really good. I love Massacre Time. I actually forgot he directed that. So good call. Conquest. I remember him directing Conquest. Canadian releases are all Region A. So usually, unless of course unless it's like region free. What slasher did I just recently watch? Hey, Cinema Dave. It was God, what's the name of it? Because it was set basically on an island, and like there's this kind of like this fire festival like type party going on, and there's this killer that's like going around killing some of the people. It's pretty tame, like not really out there, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was not going to like blow you away or anything like that. I recently watched I watched a while back, watched the horror noir documentary that they did, and I'm looking forward to the trans, like the LGBTQ, like the trans documentary that they're doing as well. Oh, dude, that Sartana set, Michelle, is awesome. There's so many features on it. I was I wasn't going to grab it right away at first, and I started looking at reviews of it, and I started going down through like all the different like commentaries and appreciations and interviews like on all of them, and I had to grab it. Oh, original Disney. Oops, I think I froze up there, guys. Oh, Devil's Honey. That's one of my favorites. I've actually mentioned that. Can you hear me, guys? Because it looks like I froze up. I did freeze up. And I froze up in a way that's kind of creeping me out. So I'm probably going to be cutting this video short. I do apologize. Anyway, there is definitely, yes, it is. It's like it's a whole Doctor Who thing here. I'm stuck in the vortex. Will I get Disney Plus? I was actually going to mention that. Yes, I would definitely get Disney Plus. That is something that I am looking forward to as far as streaming services go. Isn't this kind of freaky? Doesn't it seem like one of those VHS or like paranormal activity scenes? Kind of like you expect to see somebody magically like kind of materialize behind me in some kind of weird like paranormal freaky way. Anyway, so that I don't creep you out and give you any more VHS paranormal activity style nightmares from this video. Again, I want to thank you so much. We've been having some weather issues here. That's what I'm thinking is probably happening right now. But I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be talking about there's an announcement coming up tomorrow. I can't remember what it is, but like something is being announced tomorrow. Thanks, Cindy. Have a great evening, guys. Enjoy your Friday. I'm going to go watch some movies now and hopefully not be killed by some electricity demon behind me. Yeah, I know. I am Aaron. You guys are the movie club. You guys rock. And I am creeping myself out. I need some more tea.